Good morning. Good morning. Welcome into Breaking Boards. My name is Randy, and this is episode 2 of On the Board. We're over on DraftKings trying to turn 20 bucks into 2 million. If you've never done best ball before, the contest is essentially you put in 20 bucks, you draft, and whatever you draft is whatever you have for the season. There's no moves, no trades, no free agency, no waiver wire, nothing of that sort. About 30 seconds until we get this thing going. I do have it sorted by my ranks right now. So if you guys are looking more ADP range, it's going to be on this side, just so you guys are aware. Once we get into the draft, I'll probably flip over to the draft board, let you guys see who's coming off the board and when. Coming around to our pick in round 1, we are pick 5. Jamar Chase, Saquon, Justin Jefferson start. Looks like Bijan went 4. We're going to go CD Lamb, top of our ranks here. Looks like he's ahead in ADP as well. I do think Dallas is going to pass a ton this year. That defense is not great at all. So we're going to CD Lamb. Getting toward the end of round 1, nothing crazy off the board so far. Through 10, we have Chase, Barkley, Jefferson, Bijan, CD Lamb to us, Jahmyr Gibbs, CMC, Amon-Ra, Puka, Nico. Waiting on pick 11 here at the turn at the end of round 1. Just finished the round 1 turn. It looks like Malik Neighbors, Ashton Genty, Derrick Henry, and Brian Thomas. I like that Neighbors Thomas start. Brock Bowers looks like it's coming back around to us. All right, Baby Gap just made his selection. Chase Brown, a couple of guys that I would look at there. Chase Brown and A-Chain off the board at the running back position. Hopefully we can get McConkey here, I guess. Maybe A.J. Brown. I'm kind of torn between those two in PPR. Probably go A.J. Brown if he's on the board. So he goes off the board with McConkey. Looks like we're going to go A.J. Brown. Some divisional love there as well. And I do think Philly passes more than last year. So we're going to go A.J. Brown. A little bit of ADP value as well. Coming up at the 2-3 turn here, looks like a little bit of a running back run. After we selected A.J. Brown there, you had Jonathan Taylor, Bucky Irving, and Josh Jacobs go in a row. Imagine this guy probably flips an Arizona player here with Higgins. Yep, Higgins, and I imagine Trey McBride. Would love Omari and Hampton, honestly, over Garrett Wilson. Picking next at pick 29, I'm going to take either Garrett Wilson or Omari and Hampton. I'm fine with either guy, just whoever's on the board. If he doesn't go either of the two, I'm going to probably jump Garrett Wilson with Omari and Hampton. We do have 2 wide receivers to start the draft in CD Lamb and A.J. Brown. He does go Garrett Wilson. So we're going to take Omari and Hampton here 2 weeks in a row. Love him heading into the year. Najee obviously is not seen correctly at this current moment. So Omari and Hampton, pick number 29 for us. A little bit ahead ADP, but don't mind it at all. So through 3, we do have CD Lamb, A.J. Brown, and Omari and Hampton. Through round 3, not a lot of craziness. I'm looking through round 1. These guys are out of order per my rankings, but I don't mind any of these guys. Round 2 looks pretty legit as well. Round 3, it starts to get a little. I don't love a lot of these guys in round 3. Trey McBride and PPR with the bring back for the double stack. Excellent start here. I'm not in love with this. Barkley had a ton of carries last year. Josh Jacobs is very hit and miss, it feels like. And Tyreek Hill seems to be disagreeing with everyone on his team right now. I like this start. You get the QB1. You could have the RB1, and you could have the wide receiver 1. So that's a pretty decent start there. Love Bijan this year. Would have taken him at 2. Jonathan Taylor, I'm fine with. Garrett Wilson's fine. Then you got us with CD. I like a lot this year. A.J. Brown was just kind of laying the plane pick. Amari and Hampton, I like a lot. Gibbs, McConkey, Harrison Jr. is fine. CMC London, JSN is great. Amon-Ra, Chase Brown, Lamar, we'll see what that finishes up as. Not huge on LA. Maybe that's just something he wanted to do, is get his numbers up on the LA stack. It's fine, but I don't love it. Again, fine, don't love it. Pretty decent start here. Not a big fan of James Cook this year. Was last year. Had a lot of James Cook, but I do like it through 3. And then not a fan of Mike Evans there as well. I do think that's a bit of a reach. It's more of a underdog team here in the 12 hole. Looks like currently B might be the way to go. I know we have A.J. Brown. This may be a Jalen Hurts pick here. I do prefer Jaden Daniels. Also don't mind J-Mo at pick 47. Kamara's fine. Ted, and there's Pickens sitting down there as well. Hopefully this guy does not go Jalen Hurts, but we'll see what happens here. Okay, he doesn't go Hurts. So we're going to go Hurts here. Another pick 2 weeks in a row. Jalen Hurts stacked with A.J. Brown in round 4. So through 4, we do have CeeDee Lamb, A.J. Brown, Omarion Hampton, and Jalen Hurts. Looking at the board, I think George Pickens is the play here. And of course, he goes off the board. I would like to have Tet, if at all possible, at pick 53. I do not want Kenneth Walker. He is, man, he's just constantly injured. If he could stay healthy, he'd be a great pick. Okay, he goes Zay Flowers. I think we're going to push Tet up here. I just don't know what to do with Kenneth Walker, man. He's just always got something going on. Love the player, don't love the injury history. And we're going to take the rookie here. We're going to take the upside with Ted McMillan. So through 5, we have CeeDee Lamb, A.J. Brown, Omarion Hampton, Jalen Hurts, and Ted McMillan. I don't see anything wild in this draft so far. This is 2 weeks in a row on DraftKings where not a lot of craziness coming off the board early. Coming up at the 5-6 turn here, it looks like Ridley, Connor, and Travis Hunter go off the board. I don't love a lot of these guys, if we're being perfectly honest with each other. If he happens to fall, I would take Laporta. I guess next up I would take Swift, but I'm also worried about them adding a running back as we move throughout the offseason here. I don't love any of these guys for a while here. I mean, Ibuka is probably the guy I like the most. Fine with a lot of these guys, but this feels like and there goes Laporta. If he goes Swift, man, I really don't want to take Odunze and a PPR style of draft. I think we're going to go Swift. Like I said, I don't love this pick, but it feels like one of those picks where you just keep pushing the draft forward. So through 6, we have CeeDee Lamb, A.J. Brown, Omarion Hampton, Jalen Hurts, Ted McMillan, and DeAndre Swift. Looking back over the draft and trying to figure out if there's someone I would have selected prior to any of the guys that I have taken. So CD, I don't see anybody in the end of round 1 other than Gibbs that I would have considered to take over CD. Maybe Bucky over A.J. Brown, but we ended up stacking the Hurts-Brown connection there, so don't mind that. I prefer Omarion Hampton with this build over Garrett Wilson. Prefer Hurts over all the guys at the end of that round that we passed on. Maybe Waddle over McMillan, but that Miami, the vibes in Miami are just not good right now. So I'm glad we took McMillan there. And then Swift, I'm fine with that as well. So let's flip back over to the player page. This is coming up on our pick here in round 7. That's who we were going to target, is Ibuka. That was our second target, was Pearsall. Man, this is nasty. Nasty, more nasty. Am I going to take 900-year-old Aaron Jones? I do not like that pick at all. Man. Yeah, we're going to take Aaron Jones, I guess. We're just going to stack him up. Hopefully we can get back with J.J. McCarthy and have a J.J. Aaron Jones. And yeah, we'll have to figure that out as we move throughout the draft. Is Hawkinson still available? Or is he already gone? Now he's questionable. Yeah, I don't know that I love that pick, but another one of those that Jones is going to be the pass catcher, and I don't love a lot in this range, honestly. Like it's not like I just don't love anything here on the board right now. So through 7, we have CeeDee Lamb, A.J. Brown, Omarion Hampton, Jalen Hurts, Ted McMillan, DeAndre Swift, and Aaron Jones. Don't love the running back room, but I feel like it's just something that I had to carry forward here with a couple of these guys that I'm not in love with. We'll just kind of have to see how it plays out. Not a lot of craziness in the draft so far. Coming up in round 8, we have pick number 92. Jaden Reed would be fine. Hawkinson, Dak, or Jalen Warren. If he goes Hawkinson here, I think we're going to go Dak with pick number 92 to pair up with CD. All right, so Joe Mixon goes off the board. I hate that pick at pick number 91. I think we're going to look at TJ Hawkinson here, depending on his injury. Man, a leg, hip, and a back. This seems like a rest day. Then I'm hoping that's what it is. We're going to get Hawkinson here and then hope to get Dak Prescott falling. I don't know if the Pickens drafter will take Dak. He might, but I think that's too much equity to put in your QB room. I don't know that that would be okay. So he goes Jalen Warren. Does he go? He might come back with Dak. That's a pretty good draft so far. It's a very solid draft. Jefferson, Bucky, Josh Allen, JMO, Pickens, Diggs, Ijibuka, Warren, and I imagine he picks Dak at 99. Trey Benson at pick number 97 is doing too much. Did he skip on Dak? Yeah, we'll take Dak here 100% of the time if he doesn't take him. Why would... Okay. So that happened. Andrews, Jaden, Higgins. Yeah. Don't love a lot here. Higgins. We're just going to go Andrews. Not in love with this draft. I got to be honest with you. A couple of wild things happened there. You have a guy who took Burrow unstacked and Kyler Murray unstacked, and now Dak unstacked for no reason. Through 9, we have CeeDee Lamb, AJ Brown, Omarion Hampton, Jalen Hurts, Ted McMillan, DeAndre Swift, Aaron Jones, TJ Hawkinson, and Mark Andrews. I'm not sure what his back stacking options are. Ferguson, Michael Wilson at this point, maybe. Greg Dortch, Gesicki, Noah Fant, Yoshi, maybe for Burrow. So I'm not sure what that guy's plan is, but best of luck to him. I'm seeing Tajay Spears going like super early now. He was going in like the 130s, 140s when draft season started. Also a bit of a crazy pick here with Trey Benson that early. I mean, you could have waited rounds to get Trey Benson later in the draft. This guy really started off well with Chase, Higgins, and McBride, and then just went. I mean, I don't know what the plan was. What's your plan for Baker? Kate Otten? Jalen McMillan? Like, I don't know what your plan is there. I do love what this guy's done, but I wish he would have taken Dak right there. This is the craziness on DraftKings. We do have some options with McCarthy. So maybe we go McCarthy or Jaden Higgins here. We'll see what happens in 2 picks at pick 116. You know what? I think I'm going to switch it up on you guys. I think I'm going to take McCarthy here because we have the Jefferson drafter in front of us. So we're going to take, I mean, it's right around ADP. I hate to pass on Higgins, but we're going to take McCarthy. Quarterbacks are flying off the board. I like Rashid Shaheed and Loveland, which I know Loveland's a tight end, and we don't really need tight end, but I'm fine with Shaheed and Higgins. I view them about the same. So we went ahead and went with JJ McCarthy there. Through 10, I have CeeDee Lamb, AJ Brown, Omarion Hampton, Jalen Hurts, Ted McMillan, DeAndre Swift, Aaron Jones, TJ Hawkinson, Mark Andrews, and JJ McCarthy. I think we're going to go Rashid Shaheed at pick 125. So through pick 11, we have CeeDee Lamb, AJ Brown, Omarion Hampton, Jalen Hurts, Ted McMillan, DeAndre Swift, Aaron Jones, TJ Hawkinson, Mark Andrews, JJ McCarthy, and Rashid Shaheed. Don't love Nick Chubb. You guys can buy that if you want to, especially at pick 126. I'd have him more in like the pick 160 range if I was going to take a shot. Quinshon Judkins just absolutely did the worst thing that he could possibly do after all the Deshaun Watson news came out. I don't even know if he plays this year. So coming up at the 11-12 turn, so far we have CeeDee Lamb, AJ Brown, Omarion Hampton, Jalen Hurts, Ted McMillan, DeAndre Swift, Aaron Jones, TJ Hawkinson, Mark Andrews, JJ McCarthy, and Rashid Shaheed. So closing in on our pick at 140, I think we would prefer to go Luther Burden here. And Luther Burden does fall. So that helps us out in our wide receiver room. We have to start grabbing some wide receivers and running backs. We're pretty good at the one-off positions currently. So through 12, we have CeeDee Lamb, AJ Brown, Omarion Hampton, Jalen Hurts, Ted McMillan, DeAndre Swift, Aaron Jones, Hawkinson, Andrews, JJ McCarthy, Rashid Shaheed, and Luther Burden. I don't have much Dylan Sampson. I don't feel good about Quinshon Judkins, which we talked about. So we're going to go Dylan Sampson. That's going to give us Jalen Hurts paired with AJ Brown and we have J.J. McCarthy paired with Aaron Jones and T.J. Hawkinson. At running back, we have Omarion Hampton and DeAndre Swift to go along with Aaron Jones and Dylan Sampson. At wide receiver, we have CeeDee Lamb, A.J. Brown, Ted McMillan, Rashid Shaheed, and Luther Burden. Closing in on the 13-14 turn, looking to get a running back or wide receiver with our pick at pick number 164. Coming back around to us here, we are coming up in 4 picks at pick number 164. Going to flip back over to the player page. I think we would go, really, I'm fine with any of these guys at the top of our board right now. Funny enough, the player I would not want, well, actually, no, because we took Dylan Sampson. I'd actually be fine with Tillman. Dobbs, Pop Douglas, Algier, Braylon Allen, Jalen Wright. Starting to grow a little bit on Jalen Wright, so I don't mind that pick at all. What do we got going on here at wide receiver? We're going to go Dobbs. So through 14, we have CeeDee Lamb, A.J. Brown, Omarion Hampton, Jalen Hurts, Ted McMillan, DeAndre Swift, Aaron Jones, T.J. Hawkinson, Mark Andrews, J.J. McCarthy, Rashid Shaheed, Luther Burden, Dylan Sampson, and Romeo Dobbs. Looking to go running back here at the 15-5, pick number 173 when it comes back around. We are at the 14-15 turn, hoping to go running back at pick 173. So we are going to take Tillman or Algier, just really whoever falls here. We took Romeo Dobbs with our last pick. What is on the board running back wise? That's starting to thin out very quickly. I think the upside for Algier is just way more than Tillman. If whoever goes down for Cleveland, that's not going to bump Tillman up. But if Bijan were to go down, I mean, Algier would be an RB2. Through 15, we have CeeDee Lamb, A.J. Brown, Tet McMillan, Rashid Shaheed, Luther Burden, and Romeo Dobbs at wide receiver. We have Jalen Hurts and J.J. McCarthy at quarterback. We have T.J. Hawkinson and Mark Andrews at tight end. And at running back, we have Omarion Hampton, DeAndre Swift, Aaron Jones, Dylan Sampson, and Tyler Algier. Coming up on our pick here in round 16, we're going to flip back over to the player page and see what we have available. I mean, ADPs at this point really don't matter. Coming up next, I think we're going to take Will Shipley. We have the Philly stack again, and I think that Shipley could get some work in that Saquon saw so many carries and touches last year. Pick number 188 for us is going to be Will Shipley. We're going to reach a little bit. ADPs at this point really don't matter. To me, like anything past 12 or 13, round 12 or 13, like the ADPs are just irrelevant to me. Coming back around to us in 3 picks at pick number 197. What we're going to look at here is a wide receiver. This Deontay Thornton has looked excellent for Las Vegas, and he could break out in a big way if they don't have any other weapons outside of Bowers and Jacoby Myers. I know they have Genty now, which obviously will take away some action as well, and they shouldn't be as pass heavy as they have been in the past. Pick number 197, Deontay Thornton, the guy we had queued up, just went off the board. We're going to go ahead and queue up Pat Bryant. He's looked good in practice. Dynami Brown, not a bad look. Could take Dalton Schultz. Darius Slayton, also a good pick. I think we're going to take a chance here. We're going to live a little and take Pat Bryant, pick number 197, get a little bit of ADP value as well. So through 17, we have CeeDee Lamb, A.J. Brown, Omarion Hampton, Jalen Hurts, Tet McMillan, DeAndre Swift, Aaron Jones, T.J. Hawkinson, Mark Andrews, J.J. McCarthy, Rashid Shaheed, Luther Burden, Dylan Sampson, Romeo Dobbs, Tyler Algier, Will Shipley, Pat Bryant. We have 3 picks remaining. Coming up on the round 17-18 turn, we don't pick again for another 6 picks. Kind of to the point in that draft where things are just whoever you have the best feeling on, those are the guys you want to reach for. So far, we have a 2-6-7-2 build. Coming back around to us as the next pick, not a lot on the board that I love. I got to be perfectly honest with you guys here. This Lambert Smith guy has looked amazing in camp, though, so he might be on the board. I think we're going to go with this Lambert Smith guy and live a little and take a chance here late in the draft. Don't love this draft. I'll be perfectly honest with you guys. Would prefer things falling a little bit differently. This draft got a little bit out of hand. There's a lot of weird builds in this draft, which threw things off quite a bit. But none of that's going to matter. Our guy falls quite a bit past ADP at 236, and Jackson Dart. Okay, guys, so to close out this draft, we have CeeDee Lamb, A.J. Brown, Amarian Hampton, Jalen Hurts, Ted McMillan, DeAndre Swift, Aaron Jones, T.J. Hawkinson, Mark Andrews, J.J. McCarthy, Rashid Shaheed, Luther Burden, Dylan Sampson, Romeo Dobbs, Tyler Algier, Will Shipley, Pat Bryant, Keandre Lambert-Smith, Theo Johnson, and Jackson Dart. Thanks for tuning into the video. If you made it this far, please like the video. Drop a comment down below. Let me know where I went wrong. I'll be honest with you. I don't love this draft, but I think it's fine given the league and looking at some of the other teams involved. There's going to be a show dropping this Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with 5 guys that you should be drafting 100% of the time over on ESPN. Again, thanks for being here. I appreciate you guys. And please subscribe to the channel. 99.9% of people who watch the videos are unsubscribed. So I would love to have you guys subscribed and to grow with you and alongside you, create a community that we can all enjoy. Appreciate you guys being here. Again, thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.